Hey yo, what's up guys? Professor Bill, Comic Book University. And it is that time, my loyal subjects, for which you can ask me what is on your mind. I bet you if I keep going in that voice, that's it. I'm done, I'm gonna crash. So yeah, what's up y'all? How's it doing? How's it going y'all? What's up with Gray? How you doing? So, yeah, I apologize for being late. I was out collecting things and getting toys and comic books and stuff like that. Yeah, I actually got a whole bunch of stuff. I'll show it off in a couple minutes. Oh, I'm very happy. Very, very happy. Yeah. Oh, shoot. Yeah. Oh, wow. Just messed that up. Anyway, what's going on, everybody? Wow. Oh, geez. Everybody was waiting. It's like you guys were waiting since 8:30 and you're all pissed. Oh man, you know what? I should have gotten some of these actual pieces out before I showed up. Damn it, I'm sorry guys. You know what? I just didn't think at all before I got here. Hey, is Red Black Cane here? $20.99 because I got something he's going to love to see. Anyway, so I got a bunch of things. I got the Vision. Finally got the Vision, this old school Vision that builds the Hulkbuster. I've got a Hulkbuster on the wall. You can see it behind me. Hulk is holding him up in the air, but this is a much bigger one and it's going to be more fun. Plus, like, it's the actual comic book Vision and I love this version. So yay, I got that on the cheap. And then booyah, I finally got Kane. That is awesome. Yes, and this comes with the left arm, and then on the side, an individual piece, I got the right arm. So for the SPDR suit, that's, you know, this guy right down here. The only thing that I'm missing now is the right leg. The right leg is who the heck has the right leg? Oh, the House of M Spider-Man. I could have just looked here, derf. So I've got every single piece. Oh no, I didn't. This comes with the Daredevil, but it's the Shadowland Daredevil, and I wasn't really that interested in the Daredevil, that version of Daredevil. I want the regular red suit Daredevil. I also got the alternative 2 arms for Absorbing Man, and I got the alternative 2 heads for the different 2 heads for Absorbing Man also. So this completes my Absorbing Man Build-A-Figure piece. I was trying to hook up with somebody who could give me I need the right arm for Sandman, and I couldn't. There's somebody who's going to sell the arm individually, and there's also another person who's going to sell me the individual arm and the white suit Spider-Man $20.99. Either one I would go crazy over. So, yeah, so I got all those. I also got a couple comic books. Hey, did anybody see, what the frick? Let's go through who's actually here. Let's take a look real quick. Gray, Yeto, Pose Poems, Dodora, Raven, Eddie Kidd, Infinity Comics, Latino. I likes it. Wolf Warner, what's going on, dude? Victor, what's going on, brother? PA, hello, sister. Sean is here. What's going on, Sean? And oh man, I don't see the boss. I don't see the big boss. I don't see Silva Surfa, which is a shame. If he were here, some cool stuff that he'd probably like to see. So check this out, guys. I got some first prints, 27 Mangs. What's up? Caleb, what's going on? So check this out. I got it. First print, God Emperor Doom. First print, baby. Look at that. Oof, how you doing? How are you doing? So look at that. Boom. That will be a spotlight on Story at some time soon. Let's see what else I got up in here, because I got a few things. I got, how you doing? Look at this Thor magazine. Yes, there's an individual story in there that is nowhere else. That is just beautiful. This is a magazine, man. This is not a regular old comic book. This is, what do you call it? The magazine. There is one ding. One ding in the spine. That's it. Whew, loving it. Loving it. What else I got here? Oh, I got first appearance of Mongoose. First appearance of, what the heck is that guy's name again? Eric Masterson. I know that. So first appearance of Mongoose, first appearance of Eric Masterson. Not too shabby, if I do say so myself. What do I got here? Oh, this I actually already had one, but now I went and bought another one. I bought this for a friend. So, yeah, I got me some Conan. up in here. This is the you know, they got the Marvel universe. There's the Marvel official handbook of the Marvel universe. This is the official Conan book of the Marvel universe. Just got this, so I got 2 of them now, and one I'm going to give to a bud at Gotham Central. Okay, this is going to flip a bunch of people out. Try to hold on to yourselves, because you, Caleb, if you're not worthy for that, how about the Son of the Demon? That's right, Batman, Son of the Demon. This is, you know what? I'm going to open it up. I'm going to show you something. This is the first unofficial appearance of Damian Wayne. This is out of continuity, but that is the first unofficial appearance of the son of Batman. So this is technically still considered, what do you call it? The you don't remember that Batman story? I did a spotlight on story for Son of the Demon. I was going by a digital copy. You know what I'm saying? Because they actually have these on the DC. Well, they had. I don't know if they still do. But they did on the DC not streaming app. The DC. What the heck is that one even called? I forget what it's called now because I haven't looked at it in forever. Anyway, ever since they changed it to the DC streaming app now. But anyway, yeah. So Batman, Son of the Demon. This is a big, full graphic novel. They used to do these long before they were doing some of the current stuff. So that is hot. Since I bought a bunch of stuff, I got this next one for free. And it is it's a second print. It's not a first print. That kind of kills me. But Marvel graphic novel, the third one, Dreadstar. So this is an actual. This is Jim Starlin who wrote it, and he made this character after himself. So first appearance, all that good stuff, man. All this good stuff. Yes. What else I got here? This is the other one that I went and got my hands on, the Conan universe. So that's from a bud. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Marvel graphic novel. Now, all the rest of these are first print, baby. All right? Marvel graphic novel, number 19, Conan, the Witch Queen of Acheron. Look at that. How you doing? How you do? Fates while whining. I want that Batman book. Oh, man. Oh, like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, this is just gorgeous. First prints up in here. First prints. I got 2 more to show you guys. Here's another Marvel graphic novel. Punisher and Black Widow spinning Doomsday's web. There was a bunch of stories that were made about this particular story. You guys can see the artwork on the back. This is gorgeous, huh? And I got one more. It's a first print. This is something some of you guys may not have heard of. Let's see if you can guess what it is by looking at the back. I'm going to spin it around now. If you guys have never heard of this, some guy named Christopher Claremont, Brent Eric Anderson, Marvel graphic novel number 5, God Loves, Man Kills. That's right. First print, baby. I wouldn't say that this is mint, but it is peach. Oh, this is easily NM, near mint, because this is just gorgeous, dude. Oh, let me hold on a second. Hold on. I need you guys to hold on a second. Oh, this was not a smoker's home. Oh, how you doing? God Love, Man Kills, man. Oof, yes. How you doing? So I am officially a happy man. I'm a happy man. I can die easily. So that is why I was out for so long. Oh, Sabah Abid, what's up, dude? You just got a graphic novel volume 1 of Umbrella Academy. I actually really do want to read them after I just got all this stuff. What? Griffo? This is Professor Griff. I wish this was Professor Griff. I would love to talk to Professor Griff. Story of Infinity Gauntlet versus Phoenix Force. I don't remember the one you're talking about. Randy D, what's going on? Paul is Phaeton. Oh, in digital, nice. That counts. They haven't done it yet, but it'd be awesome. Okay, there we go. Okay, so that's why I don't know the one that you're talking about. Yeah, I never heard of the Phoenix Force versus the Infinity Gauntlet. That could be a fun one. But, oh yeah, dudes. So that's why I was late. I am so sorry. I had to go all over the place. My little brother's birthday was today, and that's up in Richmond Hill. So yeah, we were out since 9 o'clock. We left since 9 o'clock. First I had to go to Stadium Comics. I'm sad, dude. First, I'm beating Stadium Comics at this point. The views that they have don't equal to my views for the Gotham Central Comics and Collectibles right here in Mississauga, Ontario, Canada. So that's a shame. Oh, I didn't show you guys. What do you call it? Chip Zdarsky came in to say hi at Gotham Central. He signed my thing to Professor Bill. I just threw this up on Instagram and Twitch. Instagram and Twitter. That's Daredevil #1. And he made an image for me. Dude, Chip Zdarsky's the best. I will argue with anybody. I will fight with anybody. This dude, he drew this. I asked him, I was like, would you mind doing a sketch for me on like the back or something like that? He's like, yeah, absolutely. I was like, how much do you charge? He's like, I'm not going to charge you. I was like, dude, you got to charge me something. He's like, he looks at me, he's like, no, dude, I'm not going to charge you. I was like, the best. In case I haven't said that 16 times already, between this time and the other time I met you, you're the best. Like, he actually, who does that? And this is a good Daredevil, dude. He does Howard the Duck, but with Daredevil senses and the little horns and stuff like that. What do you call it? One of the guys there, he was trying to tweet. He's like, the first official appearance of Dareduck or something like that. I was like, the Duck Without Fear. Call him the Duck Without Fear. But oh yeah, man, yeah, dude, this is a good day for the Professor. This is a damn good day. I am happy. Oh, plus, excuse me, somebody gave me I can't remember her name. But she's the version of Eddie Brock's daughter from the universe that she's from, so she'll actually go with the SPDR. This actually came with a different version that I didn't like. The guy didn't care. Actually handed me this for free. That is awesome. It's not. He doesn't know me. He didn't know me. It wasn't like he got the Professor discount. There was no Professor discount. There was no Professor discount. He literally just said, dude, here you go. Because of all the other stuff. So I actually put that to the side to go with this, so I can actually put her on top of the SPDR. That's awesome. And welcome to the family. Trying to add in some of the A-Force. I got to get my hands on a She-Hulk in the worst way. I want She-Hulk. Trying to get my hands on Singularity. She is a very hard find, but eventually that'll happen. So yeah, dude, that's why I was out the whole day going to this place, that place, this place, that place. I'm trying to get Odin's right leg. I actually have the Thor. I bought the Thor. I had the leg. It was the first Build-A-Figure piece I ever had, and that was like 3 years ago. Oh Jesus, this was 5 years ago. 5 years ago, whatever it was, 4 or 5 years ago. And I said to myself, you know what? I'm never going to build these things. So here comes where I get a whole bunch of unsubscribers because I was stupid back then. I threw the leg in the garbage. I threw the Odin leg in the garbage. The rarest one, I threw it in the freaking garbage because I thought I'm never going to build this thing. Who cares? It's stupid anyway. Who wants Odin? Now I'm like, damn, all I'm missing is the leg because I wound up getting all the other ones. So yeah, dude. Oh, hey, what's up, saying? So let's see what's going on in here. Fellow veteran from the Northeast. Northeast of the States or Northeast in Canada? Because you can go northeaster. Not a nor'easter, northeaster. But awesome. If you're up here, swing by. I'll give you a handshake. Nigel Red, what's going on, man? That kind of reminds me of Joe Mad's art. Nice. Jesse Johnson, hey professor, have you heard about the Howard the Duck animated series? Yes, and I'm digging it. I'm absolutely digging it. Somebody from Marvel is actually writing that stuff. I can't remember who it was. Why? Yeah, I know. I did a dumb thing throwing the thing away. I was dumb. What's up, Big Facts podcast? Nigel, do the first arc of that Ahmed did on Miles' book. Oh, yes. Hope Garon stays in the long term. Northeast of the States. Oh, Massachusetts. All right. Army still active. Okay, cool. Keep us safe, brother. Keep us safe. Caleb Lating. I always wonder how to pronounce it. I got to meet you so I can actually hear the last name. Latigua. I'm going to pretend it's that for now. Professor, 2 weeks ago, I got a physical copy of The Secret Invasion. Mint condition, $13 US. On an individual buyer. He's got a bunch of events I want to buy in the future. The Secret Invasion is the one that actually bothered people the most. But I still thought it was good and it had so many great long-term repercussions. You know what I'm saying? A lot of other stories built off of that. Really good ones, you know? So, oh yeah, my Nightwing t-shirt. I'm a huge fan of that, Jesse. But, yeah. Oh, I didn't put up a review for Wasp. Oh, I got it. Don't worry about it. There's a couple comics I didn't do yet. Here, let me show you the comics I didn't do yet. I got 2 more Marvel comics that I didn't do yet. Actually, 3. There's these 2 here I just didn't read yet. Quill, Part 2, and The Wasp. Sorry. And then I want to do there's a digital comic out. Kelly Thompson. Anything Kelly Thompson writes, I will read the hell out of. But she did the Part 2, Book 2, which is actually Part 3 and 4 of Jessica Jones and the Purple Daughter. So I didn't get to those yet. I didn't even read them yet. For Aftershock, there's Stronghold. That's coming up. I'm going to do GoBots, Tom Scioli. I'll be reading that, doing the review for that. Here, I can't wait to do this. Incursion. This is actually a story about the dead side. So there's going to be a bunch of characters going over there. I actually know these characters. I can't remember their names right now. But Andy Diggle is doing it. Andy Diggle is the one who did the Shadow Man. So he did Incursion, and I can't wait to read this. And then the last one is a Zenoscope book, Zodiac. This is supposed to be a new assassin. So I believe there's actually supposed to be a bad guy, but I don't know. But I couldn't get my hands on the main cover. That bugs me because the main cover looked sick. But regardless, yeah, I'm gonna try and read those tonight. I'm not particularly tired right now. I'm full up on carrot cake. Oh, and I got some cannolis out there, and I'm not going to say they're the best cannolis I've ever had, but they're sufficient. There are people who just don't know what the heck a cannoli is. Just squirt ricotta cheese right inside, right? No. So, yeah, I got some good stuff, man. I got some real good stuff. Let's get back to reading here. Brie Larson hate is irrelevant. Yeah, screw all that stuff, man. Like, all these people who are hating on Brie Larson, like, it's the easiest thing in the world. She goes on and she says, hey, yeah, I'm going to be doing, the regular, spins, but I'm going to be visiting other people, too. I'm going to be reading smaller magazines. I'm going to be visiting minority magazines. And the questions that I'll be answering there, of course, are for the, for those particular magazines. So I'm not interested in catering to the white male if I'm doing a magazine for biracial people or an interview for, like a women's magazine or something like that. People are like, oh, Marvel's already going to wind up getting rid of her pretty soon because she's, big in women's rights and stuff like that. She's basically like a feminazi, a femme libtard or whatever. I got news for you, bud. Not only did Kevin Feige and the rest of Marvel and Disney know about that, it actually helped her to get hired. Brie Larson is not going anywhere. Brie Larson is pure love. Pure love. She is going nowhere. She's exactly right where she belongs. Marvel's not getting rid of her. Disney's not getting rid of her. She's in it for the long term. If she didn't sign on for 9, then she signed on for 7 movies. But whatever it is, she signed on. She's here for the long term. And if she's happy with the movies, if they do women justice, she's sticking around even longer, brah. Hate to say it. Wonder Woman's got some mad competition right now. This is going to be an amazing movie. I don't usually say that, but the way they keep on doing the slow reveals, as happy as Brie Larson is with the movie, as happy as everybody behind the scenes is with the movie, as happy as the early reviewers are with the movie, I can't wait to see this movie 2, 3, maybe 4 times, dude. This is going to be exciting. You know what I'm saying? If I've got the time, I got the cash. If I got the time, I am definitely seeing the hell out of this movie. Forget about it. Like, it's not even about supporting it. The movie's already supported. There's going to be some people doing some boycotts. Bye-bye, jackass. You go off and you start, worrying about the genocide of white males as if that was even possible. Like, just, it's saddening, man. It's like sharing privilege for people who have never had to share privilege before. I guess at the end of the day, that looks like you're giving something up. It's not giving anything up. It's like you're playing with toys and suddenly somebody else comes along and says, can I play too? And at first you want to say no, but then you suddenly realize when you say yes, that it was one of the best decisions of your life. Sorry, dude. I'm not interested in the world around me being subjected to me. Like, I'm more than happy to go through a life that has everybody actually feeling cool again. Saw 2 people left. I wonder what those guys were all about. Anyway, so yeah, that movie is going to do freaking awesome. It's going to do awesome. And you know she's a comic book fan. She at least got into the comic book because what she say in that one interview? Would you like to see next? What would you like to see for part 2 of Captain Marvel? She says, I would like to see Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan, show up. I'm like, dude, if she asks for it, how much you want to bet they're going to try and make that happen? Dude, Brie Larson is a freaking awesome actress. So, no, I'm down with that. I'm down with that. And if the absolute worst that, you know, some losers can possibly say about it, people who want to pick, like, Yellow Flash and bad guys in the Marvel universe, in the DC universe, in that particular case, but in the comic book universe in general to role model themselves after, let me tell you something. If the worst thing they can say is, oh, her butt doesn't look as big as it does in the comic books, you've already lost the game, and it explains why you're a freaking incel. Done and done. So, yeah, those guys, like, here's hell, here's you missed your bus. Please, I'll give you your ride. You know what I'm saying? Go to hell. A bunch of morons. Anyway, down for just about anything with the Kamala, right? Kamala and Wolverine. See, when they had that Kamala and Wolverine interaction in the early Miss Marvel comic books, that was great. The idea that she's being mentored by him, that was great. I loved that. That's fair. The only way Dust... Oh, we're talking about Dust now? Nice. Base move is based off of Morrison, which isn't super open-minded, but Kamala Miles' Sam movie would be godly. Even if I disagree with Larson's commentary, let's be clear, I'm Latin and still watch the movie and watch objectively, good or bad. I'll give it fair judgment. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. I don't know what there is even to disagree with. I mean, whatever. It will do really well. Captain Marvel is not the strongest superhero. I don't think they're talking strongest like physically, like, you know, muscles and whatnot, but power-wise, she's pretty damn powerful. She's pretty powerful. Again, depends on how much energy she's absorbing. Okay, pasa, hombre. Logan Torres, what's up? Kamala's going to appear in Marvel Team Up. Her new solo comic is coming too. Dust is great, but we need to learn more about her. She just needs more development. Well said. Randy D, what's going on, dude? Nada hambre, todo bien, aquí, papa. Yeah, I'm not so great with my Spanish. Sorry. Big Facts podcast. I should just call you like Minnesota Fats, dude, because I keep on doing Big Fats. I'm sorry. I don't know why it looks like that when I first spot it. Big Facts podcast. Geeks and Gamers is absolutely horrendous. Rian Johnson sucks. Like, shut up. Dude, you know what? I saw one of the best things possible. They said that the original trilogy for Star Wars was to show that Nazis are bad. The prequels were made to show what would happen if they actually took over, like how they would actually take over and what would happen afterwards. The current movies are for the fans who didn't pay attention to the first two. That's great. I love that. Minnesota Fats. Oh, nice. Yeto. Dude, you and me are chill. You and me are chill. Yes, Jackie Gleason from the original Hustler movie. Great movie. Keep your eyes peeled for Champions number 3. I really think she's going to be the mystery member. Ooh. Ooh, are we talking about Dust? Because, hell yeah. I hope my downtown local comic book shop has the Babs Tar variant. Magnificent Miss Marvel. Jesse, I'm really excited for Captain Marvel. But is Brie Larson doing something with her voice? It sounds to me like the trailers for some reason. I don't know. I don't know. You're right, she is. It'll be awesome to see some binary action. Definitely, definitely. She goes like Warbird. Good enough. Coulson in the movie. Best movie of the year. Aggressively relaxing. You know what's up. You know what's up with that. Yeah, you can't not love Coulson. Like, Coulson's just... Coulson is love by itself, man. His thing is like, oh, I heard Brie Larson's going to be moving. I said, yes. Oh, man. Now, he's been wanting to get back in the MCU for a while. Hopefully they actually bring him back alive, but we'll see. We'll see. Cyclops is going to be the secret character in Champions. Well, he's going to be there because they showed the cover. And that would be cool because, you know, the cool part is he's got his memories. They pointed out that he's still got his memories from when he was a kid over here. He's got those memories. Like, that's beautiful. I love that. I love that. So somehow they use the same, basically, Cyclops from that time stream, but in the future, obviously. So that's cool. I love how they did that. He's a professional, but a total fangirl too. I love Coulson's nerdiness, right? He's going to be in issue 6 or 7, but there's a mystery member in 3. I want to find out how Fury got blind in one eye, right? It's because he trusted somebody. Let's see what happens. Let's see who he trusted. Oh, you know what? It was probably a Skrull. When you think about it, I trusted somebody. Remember he said that in Winter Soldier. What happened to your eye? I trusted someone. Or I trusted someone. That's how I got this. Yeah, he did like that. Captain Marvel doesn't feel like a fill-in to another Avengers movie, as many Marvel movies have been, lacking a certain bite despite being praised. We'll see. We'll see. I'm disappointed that the haters are trying to bomb Rotten Tomatoes with a view of Captain Marvel, despite it not being released yet. Whatever. Whatever. Rotten Tomatoes is what it is. I don't have any hate towards Rotten Tomatoes. And people could try whatever they want to try, but it is what it is. Is Coulson confirmed dead in Agents of S.h.i.e.L.D.? He retired with May in Tahiti. He did, but now they're saying that Coulson, in the trailer for the next season, season 6, Agent May, Matilda May, is saying that Coulson died. She was with Coulson till the end, and then he died. So the Coulson that we're going to see in there is going to be like an LMD or something like that. So that's going to be interesting. Using so much energy to hate this movie, like they don't have jobs or something. Exactly, right? Venom wasn't hit by political movements like Captain Marvel. It was just typical critics. I'm kind of like not too happy with Cyclops being so regretful. Cyclops did some bad things. I know you're a super fan for Cyclops, so it's cool. I get it. Yeah, he's like he ended up being an extremist terrorist, but he wasn't wrong with the way he felt. I hear you. I hear you. I don't care about Guido, so I didn't mind. Dude, come on, man. So Mephisto keeps showing up in different comics, and I'm starting to be convinced he's doing something positive to protect Earth. Yo, straight up, aggressively relaxing. How sweet would that be if we come to find out that he's the hero in the end? They're going to do 6 issues of War of Realms, and they're going to have all these tie-ins for it. It's going to be a big deal. How sweet would it be if they did? Yo, I really hope you're right. I really hope you're right. So that basically he can say that Earth owes humanity a favor. And if Jason Aaron doesn't want to write that comic book, bet Professor Bill will. Because that would be sweet. Just for the end of an event to be that Mephisto says to the heroes of Earth, the collective heroes, you guys owe me a favor. And then just poof, it disappears in a cloud of smoke so stinky even Nightcrawler says blah. Daredevil's greater than Captain Marvel. Come on, man. Come on, man. Blindfold Loa, Guido, and Havoc. They're killing people, man. While protecting the realm, he can keep being evil. Precisely. Blindfold and Loa deserve more. They're X-Men. They'll be back. What do you think of all the still photos of Keanu Reeves as Wolverine? What? I've never seen those stills of Keanu Reeves as Wolverine, but Keanu Reeves is too tall, man. He's too tall. I think he's like 6'3" or something like that. Way too tall. We need more of like a 5'3". I'd like to see a Gladiator movie. Do you agree? Hell's yes. Hell's yes. If they, I don't know about just a Gladiator movie, but like if they had the Imperial Guard, like that would be great. And then just the beginning of the movie was just a brief little, you know, it'd be sweet if they had an Imperial Guard movie. They could do that if in the beginning they just showed him being born, or they showed the formation of the Imperial Guard, and then the end of the movie, like an after credits scene. That alone would be great if they had, you know, this little Kalark being born. That would be sick. You know, I would stick around like crazy for that after credits picture. Fact is thinking. I think the guys either Chamber or Havoc. I don't know how Wolverine still acts so standoffish. Blindfold did deserve more. Wolverine himself admitted the double standard of Cyclops' imprisonment. He knew that Cyclops didn't kill Xavier intentionally. Yeah. Hugh Jackman is 6'2". I know, and he himself was too tall. I just, that's like, having a tall Wolverine belies the purpose, in my opinion. You to have somebody who's smaller and hairier and smokes the cigars all the time and drinks the beers all the time. Like instead of a good like Wolverine's not supposed to be good looking. Wolverine's an ugly. Just think about it from the comic books, man. Wolverine's an ugly son of a gun. You know what I'm saying? Like he's just blah. he's not a good looking guy, but he's supposed to look like a straight up rough and tumble brawler. He's that short guy that everybody thinks they're going to stand up to, and then suddenly they realize that they're bleeding profusely from their carotid artery. You know what I'm saying? Wolverine and Cyclops were both right in their own ways. That was the great storytelling of it. Can I just say Avengers No Road Home has become an awesome comic, Immortal and Hawkeye? Yeah, I know. Just those two having their conversations is great. The strongest there is and the weakest there is, both having an argument with each other. I don't know what ID did, but it's going to be different than the rest of the X-Men we brought up. Wolverine was created to be short, angry, and Canadian. True, not Aussie. I don't know if you guys remember the first appearance of Wolverine in any cartoon where we actually heard his voice was it Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. I believe it was either Firestar or Iceman's birthday. I think it was Iceman's birthday. Because they went back to visit the X-Men. Wolverine was there, and he was portrayed by an Australian guy. He was like, shink. He held up some meat or something like, shish kebab? Like that. It's like, dude, he's not a freaking Aussie. What are you doing? Alex Samuel, what's going on, man? Agree, but we have no current James Cadney to play Wolverine. Dude, it doesn't have to be somebody we know. That's one of the great things about the MCU. They will hire complete no-names and then just make superstars out of them, you know? They'll hire people you're like, there's no way this guy's going to do oh, wow, really good job, you know? I thought it'd be fun to count how many people Deadpool kills in 2019. He just killed 12 people in the first week. Since then, nobody. I am not sure or if impressed or let down. 5'6", they should hire me. Hey, if you crouch, if you stoop, you know what I'm saying, like you slouch or something, maybe. Yeah, they're practically refugees of hatred stuff. And Wolverine, I haven't seen Firestorm in a minute, right? Well, Firestorm was Firestar. I was talking about Firestar. Maybe it just sounded wrong for me, but Firestorm, this guy. Whoosh. I got the legacy Firestorm. He's in Doomsday Clock right now. He's got a pretty big role there. Stay there, Nuclear Man. Stay there. Yeah, you guys always see my Marvel wall. You guys don't get to see my other wall with all the other stuff I got. I haven't been reading Venom, but apparently Donny Cates on Twitter says he's been receiving death threats because of number 13. Number 11 just came out, so what did he do on issue 13? Like, it's not even out yet. Screw people, man. And you know what? They can talk as tough as they want. Donny Cates is a Texan. I think Donny Cates has guns. Like, I don't know any Texans who don't have guns. It's like they walk up and be like, Donny Cates, what's going on, man? We'll get you for what you did in issue 13. Bow, 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 bow. It's like, and that was just the warning shot, sucker, so go ahead. Donny Cates is that's like people making death threats to Tom King. That dude was in the CIA, man. He was an operative. Like, you watch what this guy can do. You ever see The Bourne Identity? That dude would jack somebody up. I don't care. I just remember being one of Cyclops' quipes. Just meant Firestar. Oh, Firestar. No worries, dude. No worries. Hey, what's going on, Professor Bill? Dylan Anthony. What's going on, brother? Sabah. Oh, you meant number 11. I don't know. What happened in 11? All of a sudden, you turn out that Mary isn't real, and his brother, his new brother, is actually his new son. Like what the frig, man? The uncle didn't die of cancer, so probably he didn't have cancer either. And it's like, oh my God, they're gonna make death threats, dude. Some people need to be punched in the head. I don't get you do it. Professor Bill's implementing violence or suggesting violence. Yes, I am. I'm not telling anybody to go and punch anybody else in the head. What I'm saying is, if he should happen to get punched in the head by a stranger who doesn't know anything about the whole threatening Donny Cates thing, I myself would not condone it, but I also wouldn't separate myself from it. I'd be like, yeah, man, that's messed up, but we're going to give this guy a pass because, as it turns out, he is owed a punch to the head. So, just saying. I'm in Houston. There's a shotgun over my fireplace because you a good Texan. That's what I'm talking about. Wolverine shouldn't be considered an authority when it comes to morality. I'm not going to argue with that. I'm not going to argue with that. But at the same time, animal rights. Honestly, like, now they got the one character, Nature Girl. Maybe I would go to her first about nature, like animal rights. But for the most part, Wolverine's always been my moral compass when it comes to animal rights. You know what I'm saying? Some Morpheus movie in the works. That would be cool. You know what, guys? I don't know if you know this or not, but there Preludes and Nocturnes. There's actually a Morpheus movie out. I think it's based off of the first book. It's for free on YouTube. There's actually a nudity scene in it. That's probably going to make you want to see it more, but I'm just giving you the heads up. There's a nudity scene in it. Don't watch it at work or when your parents are in the room. Don't turn on and be like, Mom, you got to see this. This is what comic books are all about. And all of a sudden, boobies sitting down. It's like, okay, Mom, you know what? Maybe, maybe not. Yeah, but anyway, it's out there. You can go and look up Morpheus live action. Hopefully they do more of them because it was really good. It was really good. It's about a half an hour long. Where you go, Professor? Logan Torres. What's going on, man? Oh, Victor the Ripper. How you doing? Who is owed a punch to the head? Whoever's threatening Donny Cates. Shoot, did I just pass? Somebody just wanted to. Not to digress from Marvel, would you vote for Scott Adkins to be the new Batman since he's a trained martial artist? I don't know. He's a good actor. I don't know who Scott Adkins is. I don't watch TV very often. So yeah, I don't know. I that's why I usually don't try and do castings. You know what I'm saying? I remember I wrote a script. I don't have it anymore. I remember most of it, but I wrote a script for a Hawkman movie, and the only person I could think of, this was before The Rock was a famous actor. When he was just doing wrestling, I actually thought of The Rock as playing half set, and then for Hawk Woman, I thought Denise Richards, because I thought she looked the part, and she's at the time at least, I don't know what she looks like now, but she was gorgeous. Oh my God, gorgeous! And I thought she'd make a great Hawk Woman. And then I saw her act in movies, and I'm like, oh. With all due respect, she sucks. She'd make a terrible Hawk Woman. And from that point on, I was like, I would not be a good casting agent, so I don't make casting decisions. Even like fan cast. I don't do fan casting. We can talk about Marvel, DC, whatever you want, dude. I don't mind anything. This is a comic book channel, man. It's not a Marvel channel. I'll never understand why anyone would think it's acceptable to send death threats to anyone, especially a writer. I don't know about especially a writer, but just period. Like, yeah, why would you send death threats to somebody? It's messed up. Send death threats to freaking Ku Klux Klan members and race baiters. Well, maybe not race baiters, but definitely Ku Klux Klanners. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Anybody who does those racist stuff. I don't care. White nationalists, black nationalists, whatever. Just no. Anybody who's threatening violence, yeah, those are the people who should be threatened with arrest and possible death sentences, because there's something wrong with people like that. Something wrong with people's heads. We just don't need people like that in society. They're a trigger. They're a trigger. They're a trigger just waiting to be pulled. And who knows who's going to be standing in front of them when the trigger gets pulled. Cyclops could have taken down that. Cyclops and Wolverine are probably both the two best to take down Sentinels, besides Magneto and Polaris, of course. Let's see. Jamie Jacobson, what's going on, man? Let me climb back up and see if I can find you. I think Morph should make an appearance in the MCU with Wolverine. He can mourn his loss one more time like he did in the 90s. I didn't like Morph too much in the comic books, or excuse me, in the that X-Men TV show, because I knew that Morph was just a cheap replacement for Nightcrawler, and I'm like, they could have just made Nightcrawler. Like, what's the big freaking deal? It didn't make sense to me, so I didn't like that too much. It's like the same thing with Jubilee. Jubilee was just a knockoff version of Shadowcat, Kitty Pryde. So I didn't like Jubilee that much. To this day, I really just don't like Jubilee that much. I know I'm majorly in the minority for that. Everybody else is like, Jubilee's awesome! And I'm just like, I don't really like Jubilee that much. But I'm just going to shut up and sit over here in the corner, I get it. I get it. Pissed at Wolverine's stance on Utopia on the Schism comics. Stupid. The coming from a guy who trained Kitty with swords before she could wear a bra. Yes. See, I was just talking about that, and I've got all 6 of those issues. I've actually got some copies. Just plan on giving them out one of these days. Oh, shoot, guys. So check this out. I may have mentioned, I can't see what my subscriber list is now, but I know it's over 94,000. 9,400. 9,400. 94. So 9,400 plus. When I get to 10,000, I told you guys, said it a couple times, I'm going to cut my hair. And I was just in Gotham Central, and some guys were talking about it in general, like in joke. I was like, no, I actually plan on going to a barbershop, and I'm going to have it recorded and everything like that. I'm going to get my hair cut. And they're like, Carlos, the guy, in charge of Gotham Central, he was like, whoa, if you're going to do that, you should do it here. Like, you want to get my hair cut? I'm not going to get my hair cut in the comic book store. It's going to be dirty. You notice how much hair I got? He's like, I'm not worried about that. You should do it here because you're doing it for charity, right? And I was like, yeah, I'm going to do it for charity. I was going to go to the Bloor Children's Hospital and stuff. I'm going to donate it to cancer kids, down the street and whatnot. And I was going to see if I can get some donations from people. Like, I never asked for donations. I never asked for anything. But maybe set up a little something and then, hey, go ahead and donate to this. Let's see what we can get. And, I'm going to, cut my hair. I'm going to record it. I'm going to put it up. And I'm going to be in the comments talking to you guys while it's happening. And, yeah, you know what? Maybe I could try and find a way to do it live. I don't know if it's going to work, but I could try to do it live. That would actually be better, right? But yeah, if I actually got my hair cut, and it's actually a guy who works down at the local mall, but he actually owns the place, so he actually knows how to cut hair. He's like, the guy was saying he does like $200 cuts. I'm like, I don't need to look like a Brad Pitt or something like that, but if the guy's that good, he's going to do it for me for free, for charity. Can he, maybe cut down the beard a little, make it look nice, but not like Canadian nice, because that's just, too perfect. No. I like having some facial hair, but whatever. So anyway, yeah, so that's actually going to happen. It's probably in another month or two, whenever I get up to 10,000. I've been talking about doing that for a while. So once I get to 10K, boom, going to do that. And then we'll see about trying to get maybe I don't know about a GoFundMe, but something where I can just, get it so that everybody can donate some money. And then I'll tell you guys what it came up to. And then I'll show you guys me actually going and giving that check to the or cash, whatever they'll take, for the Bloor Children's Hospital, which is it's a local hospital. Obviously, it's for helping out kids, sick kids and stuff like that. So yeah, like that could be fun. So that's cool. Like, so apparently I'm going to be doing it in the comic book store at this point. That's going to be fun. If you want to see a trailer with the terrible Denise Richards movies, Tammy and the T-Rex, I'd rather not. Don't send death threats to anyone. Precisely. Donny Cates, the Great Raver. Oh, okay, it jumped. So I'm going to go down here. Jubilee for Marvel Ultimate Alliance. Just notice that your beard is blending into your Nightwing shirt. Yes, it blends. Look at that beard. Look at that beard. When I used to teach the 3rd grade when I was in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. I was there for 3 years teaching the 3rd grade. So math, science, English, obviously, mechatronics, computers, and and history. But it had to be Middle Eastern history, so that was fun because I had to learn more about it, and then I could teach it. But that was only one class per week. I would teach that history class. But anyway, I remember when I was in there, the kids used to love my beard because I always had a long beard, and they're like, Professor, maybe this is a, actually no, they didn't call me, they called me teacher. When I went and taught in Dammam, I was teaching university, they called me professor, and it was always Professor William, but Bill is more personal. But they'd be like, teacher, maybe you have birds in your beard. I'm like, yes, I have birds in my beard, and they're angry birds, and when kids are bad, the angry birds come out and they go, the big red one that you always see on the games that you play, yeah, and then it goes back in and hides. If you try and touch it, it'll come out and bite you. And like they loved that. So like I was always messing around with the kids. But what do you call it? Jubilee was super annoying in the comics and the TV show. I got a true believer. Yep. Back to the 90s. Gregory, Bill, that's a good thing you do. I try. Quentin Fixter. Oh, Quentin Quire is the best dude. I got to see Quentin Quire in a freaking movie. So you speak Arabic? Nam. Ana kalam Arabi lakun shwe shwe. Yes, I speak Arabic conversationally. I'm not, you know, like master level fluent. I've got conversational fluency. I speak Arabic. I speak Bangla. After that, my languages kind of dip a little bit. They're not as good, but I can speak Italian. I can speak. I used to think my Spanish was pretty good, but I guess I lost a lot of it because I have a lot of Spanish neighbors, Spanish-speaking neighbors, Latinos who live close to me, and I realized that my Spanish isn't that great. But I thought it was good, and I guess I'm wrong. I know some sign language, although I know I'm sloppy with it now. And what else do I speak? I speak I can say speak Japanese, but like it's crappy. It's really lousy. And I was just speaking to not too long ago, a month or two ago. I was talking to what's his name, Tim Board from the Hawk World website. Hawk World website, Facebook. He's not on YouTube, unfortunately. Should be. Maybe he will soon. And also on Twitter, Hawk World, where they just talk about nothing but Hawkman and Hawkwoman and stuff like that. Hawk World, basically. And he's in Japan. And I got a couple friends who are actually in Japan, but this guy was actually talking to him, and it's like, wow, yeah, my Japanese really sucks. I thought that I'd at least be able to, like, you know, my thing is with languages, when I go to a country, I want to be able to talk to the taxi driver and see where I can go. And I realized I can't even do that in Japanese, so I haven't done that in a while. I started learning Japanese because I was studying the Japanese martial arts. So when I started learning, you know, I started realizing I'm pretty good. Like I can count in Japanese still. I can say a couple of basic things, and I know a bunch of words like "I'm going to kick your butt" and stuff like that. Joking, but not too much. And what do you call it? Yeah. Anyway, so I started trying to learn some other Japanese also, and then my little brother, who I was just talking to, he watches a lot of anime, and he started learning Japanese on his own. So I was actually doing pretty good with, you know, teaching him a couple words and helping him out and things like that. But then when I was talking to Tim, I was like, yeah, my Japanese sucks. If I was talking to a taxi driver, he'd say, get out. Get out, find somebody who can speak English. And I wouldn't understand what he's saying. Like, that's how bad my Japanese is. But yeah. Oh, we got an admin in here all of a sudden. Sue-Ann, what's going on? How you doing there, lady? Hey, did you go down and see Chip Zdarsky in Gotham Central? Because he was there. Signed something for me. I'll show you. I'll just show that one up real quick. Signed my Daredevil for me. And he was doing some free sketches for the peeps. Look what he did for me. Because he's freaking awesome. So, yeah, I hope I wasn't just teasing you. I hope you're going to say, psh, I got something way cooler than that. But, what do we got here? I feel I've been talking to my drivers no matter where I am. Oh. As long as she's not the leader. Some of the leader was just bonkers. It made no sense. Agreed. Okay, you guys are just talking to each other, man. I can't respond to all that stuff. Just checking in from work. Shh, don't tell the boss. Be listening on the way home. All right, Breck. What's going on, dude? Oh, what's this up here? Sabah. I speak English, Urdu, Hindi, and a little Arabic. If you know Urdu, then you at least know the Arabic letters. And of course, you could switch them up because, like, I can't read Urdu, even though I can read Arabic. What do you call it? But, yeah, no, the Hindi, that's actually good. So, I know the letters are the same in Hindi, Arabic, in Hindi, Bangla, and Urdu. So let's see if I can remember this now. Ek, doi, tin, char, pat. I don't remember what 6 is. And then, shat, at, noi, dosh. Yeah. What is 6 again? Can you please remind me what 6 is? I remember that. And I know that's the only thing that translates. Oh, acha, which is okay. Acha translates across all the languages also. I don't know what else translates across, though. But, yeah. No, that's cool. What else we got? You can give her a second chance. Post. Cool. Lydia said, when Doom Patrol eventually ends, they should kill off the team as a heroic way, like the original series. I think you were saying that in the thing, Mark Guerrero. And yes, that would be a really good idea. That was really good. Were you already able to hear my thing? Okay, what's 6 then? Tell me what 6 is, because I can't remember what 6 is. And like transliterate it for me, please. Excuse me. So, let's see. Make sure team's ready for action. The fact that all the frustrations slip past her. The confidence as the leader. I've just created Brendan Fraser as Batman. No, I agree too. Yeah, right. And actually, I talked about it in the first episode review for Doom Patrol. But yes, I'm very happy that he's back. Hindi and Urdu were very similar in speech, and Urdu and Arabic have the same alphabet almost, but doesn't sound similar at all. Exactly, they don't sound similar at all. It's exactly like Farsi. Like I think Farsi is closer to Urdu, but Farsi has the same letters, but or most of the same letters. They'll put a nukta in different places, so they can actually have an F set, not an F. No, both languages have an F. Right? Yes, yes. Both languages have an F. Yeah, like what's the letter? TH? No. Is it SH? No, because that's in Arabic also. V. V. I think V. There's no V sound. There's no V in Arabic, but in I just said it. The Persian language, Farsi. In Farsi, I believe there is a V. Anyway, let's see. Wait, what if Kitty and Jean switch positions in the after disassembled squad during Academy X? Oh, Stadium Comics just had Academy X versus everybody. The trade paperback. They actually had two of them. I was thinking about grabbing it. I'm like, read it. I'm good. Jean would be able to handle the situation. You guys are great. Gotham Season 5 is coming out on Blu-ray in June. Make a great birthday present. Nice. I was actually thinking about watching more of those on because they're on Netflix, you know. I was thinking about just watching them there because I did like the first season of Gotham, and I watched half of the second season. Just got to finish it. Thoughts on Jimmy Olsen and Matt Fraction. Literally the only Arabic I know is from reading and studying the Quran. Nice. Let's see what I can remember. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. Yes, I remember. I think I did a pretty good job. Scrolling up. GoBots 4 book series and your thoughts. Go. Jamie Jacobson. I just showed. I've got it. I didn't read it yet. That will probably that review will probably go up tomorrow, if not on Monday. I like other leaders' the lack of conviction. That's what I hate about Cyclops. Wow. Wow, Yeto saying you hate something about Cyclops. That must be a typo. Nimrod as a villain would make a great movie. I miss Nimrod. Like, when him and Master Mold combined and became Bastion, I was so utterly disappointed. Like, Nimrod was awesome. They had him take out the Juggernaut with a disintegrator ray. He wasn't disintegrated. And, like, you can't just have somebody... I think that was the first time that he ever just got trounced. You know what I'm saying? Like, besides when the Gladiators showed up, because that actually did happen in the comic books, too. But, like, he just got knocked out. It's one thing to throw him away. The Hulk has thrown Juggernaut, and then his helmet falls off, and he's just like, that's it. I'm going to take you down. And somehow, in the middle of the desert, Professor X is there, and he's like, no, you're not. I'm going to take you down. Boom! It's like, how'd you get that wheelchair in the middle of the desert, brah? Come on, man. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. Jean Grey and Cyclops were there too, but what they like? Come on. I'm not buying it. So anyway, yeah, like I've never actually seen him getting knocked unconscious before. That was an incredible issue, dude. What do we got here? You guys arguing? Do you think they will continue Blackbird after this arc? I do not know. Blackbird for what? What are we talking about Blackbird? Are we talking about the Blackbird? Because we seem to be talking a lot about X-Men, so that's what's on my head. Talking Danger, maybe? Because, like, she could transform into a blackbird now. Like, what can't she do? I need to see more Danger in the comics. What's going on? Some of his decisions are horrible. Many leaders. That just jumped big time. That's not fair. Professor X, please pick up X-Men Childhood's End. Alrighty then. X-Men Childhood's End. Alright, well, I got it written down. Brah. Let's see what I can get. Have you read Jeff Lemire's Moon Knight run? Yes, I've read that. It was commentary. It was good. I don't know if I'd make a spotlight story about it. It wasn't like amazing, but you know, it was good. It was fun. I liked the ideas of what they did with his insanity. Actually being able to talk to what do you call it? His talk to himself. Basically, yeah, he was like talking to himself. I like the way he handled that. Ellis's run though, like, is still top notch. It's still the best one to me. Like, that just came out of nowhere. No, I've never seen a single episode of Twin Peaks before. In fact, for the longest time, I was confusing Twin Peaks with Moonlighting, which is really bad, right? To be fair, Nate Gray was written horribly for Disassembled. Oh my gosh, they made me so happy that... my Tawhid is not too shabby. Not too shabby. That's why when people get upset over seeing things like... I was just commenting to somebody on what the heck is it called? I think it was X-Men number 8, Uncanny X-Men number 8, where they had the Kaaba disappearing, and I was like, dude, like, they just had it disappear. It's not that big of a deal. Why are you guys so upset? That, like, if you know your history, the Kaaba's been torn down several times before. In fact, before the Prophet became the Prophet, he actually went and he was helping to rebuild the Kaaba with the other tribes. Like, when they had just finished rebuilding the Kaaba, that's that famous story where they were all the tribes were around, like, I'm gonna, me and my tribe, we're gonna put the black stone back. No, we're gonna put the black stone back. No, we're gonna put the black stone. And they were getting ready to draw their knives, you know what I'm saying, and their swords. They were getting ready to draw weapons and go at it with each other. Like, hold on, the next person who comes in here will decide who gets to do that. So they were sitting there like, crap, which tribe member is gonna walk in? And then when Muhammad walked in, they were just like, oh, okay, we've actually got a fair chance of doing this now. And that was when he said, okay, to make this fair, we'll put this in the middle of a cloth. One member from each tribe will pick up the cloth, and then I will put it in. So this way, everybody will have a part in it, and I get the main part since I did the deciding part. So, like, everybody was all of a sudden like, oh, that's great. That's a really good idea. It's like, yeah, he was a peacemaker even before he got any revelations. Yes, it's like we're people across the world, every religion, pretty much, yeah, every religion practices preaches peace. Which ones actually practice it? Good luck finding them, right? What do you call it? Nimrod, what a name. I know, and that's ancient biblical. See, it's funny. Nimrod sounds like like nowadays we call someone who's a Nimrod an idiot, right? But back in the day, here's the story of where the Christmas tree comes from. The Christmas tree, if you look it up in the Old Testament, or the Hebraic text, it's after the Torah, but the written works afterwards, non-Talmudic. The Christmas tree is actually something that they say to the Christians, well, to the Jews, do not be afraid of the pagans who bring trees indoors and decorate them. Their magic cannot hurt you. So funny, Christians turn around, they started doing it also. But they did it to appease the pagans back in the Roman times because that was a big freaking deal. Nonetheless, the story of the Christmas tree actually comes from this conqueror named Nimrod. He was a bloodthirsty son of a gun. And to remember the people who were hurt, these pagans, they would actually put up this tree, this evergreen tree, meaning we will last. We will last throughout this winter. Winter is coming. We will survive throughout this winter. And they would hang the Christmas balls, you know, there was no star. The Christians actually did do the whole star or the angel on top thing. But the balls, the orbs, they were actually supposed to represent the heads of all the people who he decapitated. And the not the garland, but the tinsel. They would also throw tinsel on there. That was actually supposed to be the tears of the mothers who lost their husbands and their sons to Nimrod. That's actually where that comes from. So yeah, Nimrod is actually if you understand or if you know enough about the Bible, he was a terrifying person. So someone named Nimrod coming up to you, it's like, you know. So that always made an impact on me. But I did understand the double meaning. Sentinels versus Manhunters. The Manhunters have always been more successful. The Sentinels were made purely to be destroyed. But make no mistake, I do like me a good Manhunter any day of the week, brah. Any day of the week. Yeah, you guys just don't get the chance to see my DC stuff over here. But one of these days, maybe I'll switch I don't know if I can. It won't be very efficient, but one of these days, maybe I'll switch my camera view around. Everybody will think I'm just a DC guy instead. I mean, she literally went around the building in solidarity with the assassination for the UN. Storm is a great leader, but I don't feel that she handles disagreements as well. Okay, this is going to jump, so let me go down here. Sue Ann says, when is the Batman Outsiders comic going to start? Don't know. That keeps on being bumped back, Mark. Keeps on being bumped back. Sue Ann, I wonder, I would like to see Mr. Sinister and Dark Beast in the movies, yes. And have them a genetic chop shop, building stronger and more lethal mutations, attacking the human race, making mutants more as monsters. Well, I'll tell you what, wouldn't it be cool if he were to recruit, what's her name, Spiral? Like, that would be cool, because we're talking about body shops and chop shops. I'm just saying. I would like to see that. Pull her over from Mojo World. No Sugar Man? Sugar Man could be cool, too. Just to, like, see him turn against Mr. Sinister. That would be great. Seba, I thought it was Queen Victoria who came up with having a decorated tree inside your house. Nope, it's in the Bible. I'm sure she did it also. Oh, jeez, it jumped again. Big time. Drawing those lines and making the X-Men have to fight harder for peace and prove themselves. I need to start reading DC stuff again. Talk a lot more Marvel than DC. Yeah, it happens, but I'm willing to talk about whatever, man. Or was it? I was just talking to Tony Isabella recently on Facebook Messenger, and because I figured that he would be able to commiserate with me and maybe even give me a better understanding. Tony was saying that he doesn't understand, because I asked, I was like, why is it that certain people aren't credited in the comic books, specifically in DC? Because I know Marvel's got their own problems, but you figure DC, they've been out so much longer, why wouldn't they give some references to some of these guys? And he points out, he's like, I don't know, but that's always been a problem. It's been a really big problem for a while, even with DC. They like, for instance, my biggest problem right now, my biggest grief, is that they give credit to William Moulton Marston for the creating of Wonder Woman, but he didn't draw the original Wonder Woman. The artist was H.E. Giger. H.E. Giger? Why am I saying that? Why do I feel like I'm saying that wrong? Why am I doing that? Wonder Woman creators. H.G. Peter. Sorry. Jeez, I don't know what the heck happened to me. Giger. H.G. Peter. So it's like, why can't they at least just put his name down there? Put with. You know, like they screwed over Bill Finger for the longest time. That's what turned me on to the idea that they must be screwing everybody over. A bunch of people over. Boatwright Family and Comics. What's going on, dude? So yeah, that H.R. Giger. Yeah, that's where I'm getting from. I know that he's a writer somewhere, and I just screwed that up. Raven, you're right. Yeah, well, Steele is, you know, what do you call it? With there's a couple things I don't know about Steele. They made pacts, they made deals, because you got to remember, Christianity was a persecuted religion back in the day. For that first 400 years of their existence, they were persecuted. So, like that little symbol of the fish, I remember. It's a funny thing. I remember. I know. I see some some Christians nowadays, they'll say things like, you know, if you can't acknowledge that you love Jesus and you would die for God, then you're not a real Christian. And I just laugh at these people. I laugh hysterically because the real Christians from back in the day who had access to those original scripts before King James came along and just put a hodgepodge of things together with Shakespeare writing it. Instead, back in the day, those original Christians, some of which who actually knew Jesus, all right, or lived during that same time and were able to talk to some of the apostles, these guys, they actually drew that fish symbol, like this, on their doors. That meant, hey guys, we're fishers of men. We're the Christians, you know, if they weren't even really called Christians at the time, but we're going to be preaching this, you know, it was actually Saturday they would be doing it. We're going to be teaching that version of our religion in this house on this day. So, you know, come on in, do the secret knock and all that stuff. They had to hide because they would have absolutely been crucified if they did that. So the idea of, you know, if you're not really brave, what does dying help the religion? What does that help? You know, like that's just, there are too many people who think that dying for something, and I can understand if you're a dumb kid, because I was a dumb kid. I joined the army, you know what I'm saying? I was a dumb kid who thought, I'll die for my country and all that stuff. Oh, James C., relax, we do this sometimes. But, you know what I'm saying? But, like, when you're an adult, I figure you'd eventually grow out of that and realize, no, if God's really all-powerful, have him protect me. I don't need to protect God. You know what I'm saying? So, there's that. And that goes for any religion. Any religion. But, what do we got up here? Oh, it's funny, I was talking... No, his name shouldn't be taken off of Batman. Maybe for a little while, just to like mess with him. But he's dead, so it'd be like erasing somebody's name off of their graves, their headstone, right? That's the only thing this guy knew and loved, was that he partly created Batman. I don't think his name should be taken off of it, but what do you call it? And even as far as all he did, that's still something. That still counts. Batman Ninja. It's funny, one of the things I was talking about with Chip today, I said, hey, do you remember when we were talking 2 years ago when you made that him and Ryan North, they made the comment about Batman actually just being a one percenter who punches poor people. Think about that. Like, just put away all the lore that we've got and all the reasons for this, that, and whatever. It's like if you could just break it down into one little tiny thing. What is Batman? He's a one percenter who punches poor people in the face. Think about that. It's like it's profound when you think about it. But what do you call it? The tricky thing about it, the funny thing about it is that after he said that, what was one of the best sellers that DC ever had all of a sudden? Batman White Knight, where that's pretty much exactly what they espouse on. I'm like, dude, I was like, dude, you guys called it. He's like, yeah, we had our fingers on the pulse. I was working for the wrong company at the time. What's going on? Like, he's a funny guy. But that was freaking hysterical. That was great. Oh, Paula, you can be able to drive next week. That is awesome. That is freaking awesome. Yeah, definitely feel better. You're in prayers. You're in the prayers. By the way, I always wanted to thank you for your service. It's all good, James. The funny thing, I don't know, it's just, whatever. It is what it is. I know a lot of people like that, and they say that and stuff like that. I never even really used to talk about my time in the service. I remember I was working at a Borders. Borders doesn't exist anymore. But, you know, a Borders bookstore for a while. And it was one of the little satellite stores in a mall. Yeah, I had a mall job for a while. I was doing substitute teaching in the mornings, and then in the evenings I would go, and on the weekends I would go and work at this place. And what do you call it? I had this guy who worked with me once in a while, and he was a Korean vet. Yeah, so he was in the Korean War. And I remember he used to always wear his Purple Heart hat all the time. And people walk up and be like, just want to thank you for your service, man. And things like that. And I'm like, cool. And he look at me, and he knew that I served. And he's like, you know, you can wear something. I was like, no, I never get shot. I never went to war. You know what I'm saying? I actually lived in a very very strange time in our history. I know millennials have no idea what this means. There's no concept of this idea. A time period when America wasn't battling anybody. America wasn't at war and have soldiers in other people's countries with the intent of killing people. No, 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 no. What do you call it? I got sent to Germany for a while, and the other people in my battalion, when they graduated basic training and AIT, I know some people who went to Korea. You know, right on the no man's land border there. Like, that was it. There's Korea and Germany. That's all the places that we went. I know there's some other places that some people can go to. I got asked if I wanted to join the CIA because I'm over 6 foot, and I was like, no, not interested, thank you. You know, to be a bodyguard or something. No interest. But yeah. Oh wait, what's going on here? What's going on here? What are we all talking about? Has the Maker officially faced off with Doctor Doom yet? Has he? I don't think he has. That'd be something. Washington Run gave $100 to a homeless man who spent on drugs and died of an OD. That's messed up, man. That's messed up. So what's the lesson there? What's the lesson? Remember seeing him on the cover of Infamous Iron Man? Yes, that's right. That's right. At the end of the Infamous Iron Man book, we thought it was Mephisto who was going after him, but it was actually the Maker, I think. Yeah, it was actually the Maker who was going after him. It just ended weird. That was when Bendis was leaving the comic books. They just ended it, and it was forgettable. It was like literally. That's why I can't even remember. It was totally forgettable. So yeah, that should have been a lot better than it was. Multiversity is one of the greatest comics ever. I actually feel the need to go back and read Crisis on Infinite Earths. You know what I'm saying? I just get the desire to go back and read those. You know, I don't actually have the trade paperback, so I might have to change that. I have to go and get the trade. But oh, any of you guys who wind up missing it in the beginning of the podcast, I got a whole bunch of new Marvel Build-A-Figure stuff, and I got a bunch of new comics, like some Marvel graphic novels, some really rare first print stuff. Go back and look at the beginning of this podcast and check that stuff out, dude. I got some doozies. Oh, you're currently reading Infamous Iron Man. I'm not going to talk about that anymore. Yeah, the original Crisis is like there was so much thought put into that, man. They just sat there and boom, shoved it in. I think Doom beats I'm going to agree with you. Dr. Doom should beat Lex Luthor. There are very few times where I'm going to be like, listen, stop the press. I think that these characters in Marvel should definitely be. Most of the time, DC's going to beat, Marvel. Because, yes, the dial does get turned up to 11, Spinal Tap style. But there's certain characters, like Dr. Doom should beat Lex Luthor. Captain America and Black Panther should be able to beat Batman. Sorry, I know it's not a very popular opinion, but that's just one of the things I believe. Thor beating Superman should not happen, but Thor beating Wonder Woman, yes, that should be a thing. There's just a couple of things like that. Aside from that, though, nah. Not too many. Winter Soldier should be able to beat Nightwing. I know, again, not a popular opinion, but like the thing with I love Nightwing. Obviously, I love Nightwing. I'm willing to spend money on the dude, but when your average fan, the first thing when you say, "What's so special about Nightwing?" When the first thing you say about this character that you don't say about any other character, including Red Hood and Tim Drake. Oh, where is it? Where did I put that? Oh, it's not here yet. Duh, it's not here yet. I just purchased the first appearance of Tim Drake, and it's coming from someplace in the States. I think Texas. I can't remember where. But yeah, I just oh no, it's coming from Northern Ontario, like around the lake. Yes, I just got the first appearance of Tim Drake. I'm waiting for it to come in mail. But anyway, yeah, I just don't think that what's his name? I don't think that Nightwing. When the best thing you say about Nightwing is, oh, he was trained by Batman. And like, what does that mean? So what? Who cares? When the best thing you say is who he was trained by. Like, you can go into a bunch of other details afterwards, but let's be realistic. The first thing that people always say is, he was trained by Batman. Nobody says that about Red Hood. Nobody says it about Tim Drake. Nobody says that about Damian. You know what I'm saying? Nobody ever says that. Just about Nightwing. So that's one of the things. He's got a lot of feats. Like that dude is Nightwing is amazing. He's the only, like one of the things I would say is, oh, he's the only character in the DC universe or in comic books period who could do a quadruple flip. That shows not only his flexibility but also his strength, that core strength. I don't think I could do a single flip. You know what I'm saying? I'm old and I'm starting to get a dad bod. All right, just let it go. But it also shows his coordination, like his timing, all that stuff. Nightwing is the freaking man. You know, he's awesome. It's just when other fans sit there and say that, it's like, dude, you just killed it for me, man. No, I would still pick Crisis on Infinite Earths over the Infinity Gauntlet. Infinity Gauntlet was freaking epic and amazing, and it really has had more impact on the rest of the Marvel Universe more than Infinity Crisis has, unfortunately. I think that Infinity Crisis was brought down a lot because they just had, I think I saw it in the comments before, too many crises. And they're still making crises, even though they're not calling it crises. They're going back to calling it crises again because of Bendis. And I don't think that's a bad thing, I'm just saying. But they keep on doing stuff like that. Yes, he's a mentally healthy version of it. Basically, Batman without the psychosis. You know what I'm saying? Does anybody have a better butt than Nightwing? No. That includes women. That includes women. You know what I'm saying? Nobody has a better butt than Nightwing. I'm not even gay, but I have no problems admitting that. Like, done. He's got a... Done. I don't think he's got a single hair on his butt. And that does not make him any less manly. Like, dude, no, you're 100% right. That's been pointed out many times in the universe. His butt is apparently recognizable. If you sit there and send, like, you know, just a picture of his butt, people can actually make out, oh, that's Dick Grayson. To Marcos Toe. Oh, yes, Marcos Toe. I like him. Can make Blob. Blob was... The upcoming Blob is supposed to be good looking, man. That's funny. King J Dub, what's going on, man? Welcome to the channel. Almost 10,000. Yes. I was just talking to the guys earlier. For charity, I'm going to be cutting my hair. I'm gonna miss this, and I'm not going to miss it. Like, you know, washing my hair this morning, like, I'm just like, oh, God, I can't wait. Today I didn't think about it, but usually every time I wash my hair, I'm thinking to myself, I can't wait till all this is gone. I wish I'd get more subs so I could just cut my freaking hair, you know? Let's see. I really like Blob. He hasn't been doing much for me lately. They should do something with Blob, though. That's what I need to see. I just needed to see them actually do something with it. Thing about Marvel Infinity events, they mainly focus on cosmic characters. The heroes are mainly there for the action. The Crises events actually involve everybody in the universe. Yes, exactly. Exactly, 100%. Now, a lot of the Marvel events aren't necessarily galactic, but yeah, a lot of them could be. I think Marvel has more events, that's for sure. There's a lot. You could just sit down and just keep on mentioning event after event. Every time that you mention one, you suddenly remember another one. That's something special about it. Anyway, got to be going. Great podcast as always. Thank you. Yeah, I was been thinking about trying to leave too. Vandal Savage versus Apocalypse should be pretty obvious, Mark Guerrero. Like, come on, dude. What chances Vandal Savage has? Lex Luthor beat him to death with a freaking doorknob. So, Comic Sam. Hello, Professor. Had a bunch of awesome Wolverine covers. Just joined, not sure of what's going on with Nightwing's figure. Nothing's going on with Nightwing's figure. We're talking about his butt. Logan Torres. Superman rules. I will agree. The only statue I've got on my desk. Okay, I can't pull it out without messing up papers. I got Scholastic papers for books for my son, my oldest son, so I'm not messing with all that stuff. But anyway, yes, I got a Superman statue over here. It's the only statue I actually own. I do plan on getting a second statue. It'll be Hawkman. But for now, only statue I own. Just realized it's almost 3 a.m. Ooh, yeah, you're across the sea, brah. Super Sons rules. Oh, you were saying Super Sons. I'm sorry. You're right. Marvel does way too many events. When you do so many events, it makes it less eventful. DC makes at most once a year. Sometimes we don't even get an event. Kind of. DC... Dark Knight's Metal and Doomsday Clock. Doomsday Clock is still happening. And they were doing something else at the time also. They were putting out the annuals, which are actually mini events, but not. I know it's not quite the same. Anyway, I know, Raven, I should have a Cap statue. It would be cool if I had a Cap statue. one of these days, I might actually. I don't know about invest. That's probably not the right word, but I might splurge a little bit and get a nice looking statue. We'll see. I actually wouldn't mind having the Inhumans also, but all they got now is the Black Bolt and Medusa. I would really need to see like Triton, you know, and oh, they got a Lockjaw add-on for Medusa also, which is nice. That's helpful, but I would need to see Triton and his brother Karnak, Gorgon, I guess, for the sake of conversation. But yeah, I like Gorgon. I just don't like him as much. He's like my least favorite of the royal family. You guys enjoying the Crisis? Heroes in Crisis? I need to catch up. I actually like it. Most people don't, it seems. Doomsday Clock is perpetually delayed. I can't even tell you how many delays they've had. It's gonna take. That's gonna be a delay that takes more than 2 years for the comic book to be fully released. Aaron's Avengers has the ocean mad in the sun disappeared. The team needs to win because the Earth has gone to shit. Como, what's going on? Welcome to the channel, man. How about DC? How about a Dark Side series? They had a one-shot at one point. I think it would be nice for them to do a Dark Side series, just like a 4 to 6 issue limited series, something like that, and actually show the whole situation, because those comics are like lost in time. When they literally only mentioned in one page, maybe two, but I think it was only one page where he actually took the name Darkseid, how he went into the Omega realm and actually took the Omega effect instead of his brother. He took it over his brother, and all that stuff. Like, that was, they really didn't do that justice. They should actually do a full story about how that happened, embellish on it a little bit. Let's get some more, you know? I think that would be nice. Professor, what happened to Black Bolt? Black Bolt's back to normal, I'm sure. He's going to heal a little bit, and then he'll be back, screaming his head off as usual. JD likes Heroes in Crisis. Well, didn't you say you were a soldier also? I think that a lot of soldiers would actually really appreciate Heroes in Crisis. Darkseid seemed like the main draw to DC Justice League Odyssey. I agree, and it just didn't do it for me. I was really disappointed in that. I'm starting to get to the point where I don't even want to read Justice League Odyssey anymore. Like, I see it on the shelves and I'm like, ugh, do I have to do this? Somebody just mentioned those are my Jack Kirby Fourth World Omnibus. There you go, nice. Portrayal of mental health is lacking in positive representation. I don't care about all the murders, but I love man's art, and enjoyed number 5. All those books I thought were great, and the people even making fun of it. It's like, dude, you're making fun of people trying to discuss mental illness, man, like PTSD and the like, and that's just messed up, dude. You're free to talk about whatever you want. I'm not going to get triggered over it, but I can see some people getting triggered over it, you know? Soldiers. Yeah, like that's why it's funny when people say, like, you know, oh, are you triggered? Like, trigger is some kind of millennial word. No, trigger has existed for a really long time, and soldiers understand that. Yes, soldiers can actually get triggered easily, and it's not funny, and sometimes it's not even safe when a soldier gets triggered. So, you know, there's that. Invader's second issue is out this week. About damn time. Really enjoyed that first issue. What do you think? Yeah, dude, I loved it. It was amazing. I got my review up for that. Forget about it. You remember your first comic? Mine was FF number 4. No. I have a hard time remembering my first comic. And anybody who actually has their, who can remember their first comics, please put it in the chat, because I am curious. The first comic I ever bought with my own money was Shadow War of Hawkman, issue number 1. I loved that book, and it really got me into comics more. But I got your show. It's the best. Thank you. Aggressive reaction. Even sexual abuse victims get triggered. Yes, and people make fun of sexual abuse victims often, and that's just disgusting, man. Uncanny X-Men number 300. Nice. Boat Right Family and Comics. I know with I read a lot of comics, but unfortunately a lot of the comics I read, yes, long before Hawkman. I've been reading comics since I was about 6, maybe 7, but I think I was like 6. I got a bunch of those comics with the covers ripped off, so I have a hard time finding those comics, you know? But yes, a lot of those. What else we have here? This week's Wasp cover is Good cover on mental health. Yeah, I saw that she was kind of losing her mind in that one, so that's a good one. Because her father, missing her father and wanting to, I guess getting triggered because yeah, she doesn't want to lose any more people. Poems, The Walking Dead #1. Nice. I've got that. I've got that in a sealed comic. So that's cool. I just got that recently. I don't even know what cover it is. I don't care. I got it sealed. It's good enough for me. JD, first comic I read was Archie Ninja Turtles. Nice. With a mutant manta ray. Anthony Vertigo, Batman Year One. That's a good one to jump onto. Get out of here, Paula. Plastic Man from like 1958. That is freaking awesome. Plastic Man is one of the first comic book cartoons I remember watching. I used to make his ear go really big to hear things. Nice. Plastic Man was actually the first explained in a minute that I did, and that was the only one that actually took only a minute, if I remember correctly. Mark Guerrero, I think the first comic I ever read was an issue of S.h.i.e.l.'s time in Batman, so the Nightfall. Nice. I was 4, and one of the assistants in the preschool bought it. Nice. Sabah Abid. I started reading comics like last summer for the first time. So, your first comic was Life of Captain Marvel #1. Nice, dude. So that's not even a new origin for her. That is the origin for you. Wow. Yeah, that was changed, brother. Her mother was never a Kree soldier before, so she never had Kree blood. Now all of a sudden she's got Kree blood. So, yeah, that's cool. Like you just jumped into that. That wasn't a shock to you. Raven with the OG Guardians of the Galaxy. And the original Cosmic Ghost Rider, therefore. JD, I remember passing on Chew #1 in the comic book store. Is that a good one? I've never actually read Chew. Where is it? Where the heck is my comic? I got another comic today. Where did I put it? Here it is. Crap, I can't believe all the Canadian people are going to be mad that I forgot about this. Look what I got. From Stadium Comics, I got the first Pitiful Human Lizard. Yes, I bought it for $9.99 plus tax. But I finally got my first issue, so therefore first appearance, I believe, of the Pitiful Human Lizard from Jason Liu. So I'm going to get him to sign this. I've got his autograph on a quick sketch of Pitiful Human Lizard someplace, but yeah, like you can't be in Canada and not have the Pitiful Human Lizard. So I got it now. That and Captain Canuck. Let's see what's going on up here. Comic Sam, Professor, I'm not in the Army, but I am near Fort Campbell. Nice. Were you ever stationed here? No. I did my basic in Fort Benning, Georgia. That's where infantry goes. And then I was part of the experimental, so that's 11 Bravo is my MOS nomenclature. Then I was part of the experimental, yes, it was actually experimental. I'm doing air quotes, but it was actually experimental, the 88 Mike MOS, which is truck driver. So I got my infantry qualified, and then I went over to Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri, and I did 88 Mike. So for 5 weeks, I learned how to drive trucks, which was actually cool. There was actually a lot to it. They teach you like driving at night, following the cattails on the back, what's too close, what's too far, immediate repairs, things like that. It helped me to be a truck driver later on because I had my ACDL instead of my regular commercial driver's license, my Army commercial driver's license. So that was cool. And then after that, no, I was over in Hamburg, in Germany, and then I never really stuck around too much. Fort Drum for a little while before I optioned out to go back home for a barracks in Freehold, New Jersey, for the Army National Guard. But I was in Drum for a while with the 10th Mountain Division. So that was it, and that was like 12 miles away from the Canadian border, so that was really fun. That was the great experience I had with raccoons that makes me forever hate raccoons. Yeah, Rocket's cute, fine, but aside from that, raccoons are the devil, and they're the devil. So, no more on that. But no, I was never I was never actually. I don't think I ever even visited Fort Campbell. I visited Fort Hood, Fort. I think it was it called Fort Delaware Water or Fort Delaware Water Gap? I can't remember what that was called, but it was at the Delaware Water Gap. Been to a few bases. Been to a few bases. I can't even remember all the freaking bases I was at. I went to someplace in California. I can't remember where the hell that was, but for the some people go there for hot weather training with the Rangers. That's one of the places where I met a lot of Rangers. But for NCOIC, so to become an NCO, had to go to school out there. Aside from that, can't remember any other place offhand. So let's see. Caleb, my first comic ever was Sonic X #1. Nice. JD, the Archie Sonic comics were the first ones I picked up monthly. I just get them from a grocery store. Yeah, I used to get a lot of comics from the grocery store. Let's see. Get back up there. Oh, get back up there a little bit more. Okay, come on. Get up there. Okay, hey, Life of Captain Marvel is a good jumping on point. Yes. Marvel being left out of the Captain Marvel movie. Maybe. He might be. And even if he is, whatever, it happens. If we need to, we'll see him at some point. It might be an after-credit scene. You never know. Don't put things past Marvel, dude. Don't put things past Feige. James C. Score. Caleb, got mine at Borders when it existed. Nice. Still miss drinking smoothies and reading comics there. Part of my childhood. Logan Torres. Machine Man is being resurrected. He never died, but yes, they're actually using him in Tony Stark Iron Man now, which I love. And he was the hero in the most recent issue. I loved that. I still, I took down my Machine Man figure, but yes. My first comic was X-Men Annual #1 because of the cover. Nice. Blue Beetle, Jamie versus Spider-Man Miles. Versus Miles, probably have to give it to Blue Beetle. I mean, like, Miles is a badass. He's tougher than Peter, go figure. But Blue Beetle, Jamie Reyes, nah, man, he's got that. Sabah, what character is Jude Law playing now? He's playing, I know his name. Seriously? You can look him up on IDB, unless somebody down there is going to show it. IMDb. I know his character. He's actually one of the main characters, one of the bad guys that was in the original. Like, he knew the original Captain Marvel. So, Sabah Abed, what character? Oh, I got to sell my Tom King Mr. Miracle #1 for some cash now. I've got Tom King's Mr. Miracle #1, and it's signed by Tom King. The problem is I never actually met Tom King. I bought it signed. So I have to go there and get him to, like, at least, he's not going to serialize it, but, like, at least, do a thing like, to Professor Bill. You don't have to sign it, dude. Just put the inscription to Professor Bill over top of your signature so that it looks like you signed it for me, at least. Yeah, just read The Life of Captain Marvel #1 on MU. It was great. Oh, Coma. A Micronauts or an Eternals issue was one of my first. Nice. I've got the original first 4 issues of Micronauts versus X-Men coming to me soon. I also bought that from the same guy in Northern Ontario. I got to split. Everyone have a good night. See you later, Boatwright. Yeah, I'm going to actually go to the end of these comments and then I'm out. Whoa, Fort Hood shut down after you left? I didn't know the Fort Hood shut down. Jeez, I'm really not in the freaking loop, man. Mr. Dizzy Devil. What's up, dude? Found your channel a feed ago and must say I love your reviews. Thank you very much, my kind sir. I genuinely appreciate it. I like having fun with them. I try to make them all a little bit different and things like that. Sometimes I'll throw an edit in there once in a while. Sabah, I'm sad my local comic book shop went out of business. Yeah, that kills me, man. That kills me when these shops are going out. A couple weeks ago. Cool. Jan Rog, thank you, Big Facts Podcast. It's usually Raven that brings up all that stuff, but that's all right. That's all right. You're allowed to slip once in a while. I see you retracted a message. You probably just misspelled it because I can't imagine you getting something wrong. I refuse to believe it. New Hellboy looks bad. They're trying to make it look like Marvel, but nobody wants that. Plus, makeup looks cheap as hell. Reminds me of the second Sin City. Really? I saw the trailer and I liked it, Mark, but I don't know. Maybe I need to look at it again. Plus, they're using Hop from Stranger Things. I like Hop. Nerderkey got the chance to do an interview with him not too long ago, like about a year ago, but whatever. That was awesome. He's good people. He plays Dungeons and Dragons and stuff like that. That guy's solid. Like, I don't know, man. I believe that he's going to be good. Nigel, what do you think of the new characters that are showing up in the new solicits of Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man and Miles Morales Spider-Man? Like I said, that recent issue of Friendly Neighborhood didn't do anything for me. I was disappointed, man. Anthony's questioning, how they trying to be like Marvel. What's up with that, man? What's up with that? Why they trying to be like Marvel? How are they trying to be like Marvel? I guess because of the little bits of humor in there. Because the original two Hellboy, I didn't see the second Hellboy, the Kingdom of Silver Linings, whatever that was called. But but I saw the first Hellboy. There was humor in there too. I don't know. You think of reviewing the new Buffy comics? It's a fresh start. No connection to the show. Okay. I might do that. I know issue 1 just came out. If not this week, then last week. So that wouldn't be too hard to catch up on. You know what? If there's no connection, all right, that's easy then. That should be pretty easy. I'll see what's up with that. I might at least review issue number 1. Big Fat Spot. Did it again. Big Facts. Legit excited for Hellboy. Sabah, I'm going to go rate this. I should get at least 3 hours of sleep. Check you later, man. Have a good night. Logan Torres, class is dismissed. As always, Professor, I love the show. You're dismissing my class? You don't get to dismiss my class, Logan. With all due, even though you got Wolverine's name, you don't get to dismiss my class, brah. Mark, Hopper is a great choice for Hellboy, but everything else is just cheap to it. And it should be darker. BPDR? BPRD, excuse me. Raven, Hellboy, the Golden Army. See? Dude, like, there are a lot of people who are hit and miss. Raven is hit and hit. Like, bullseye, center mass, dude. Headshots. Mr. Dizzy Devil, does Gotham Central have a lot of back issues there? Gotham Central will have some back issues from Rebirth on. And from Marvel 1 on. After that, what they do is they allow a bunch of people to come in and sell their comics there. So they'll rent space on the wall, and they'll all be up on the wall, facing, and you get to just look up, and the prices will be clear on there. They'll say on there if there's a first appearance of somebody. So there's no comics to go and start backflipping through, unfortunately. There are other comic book stores nearby that you can do that with. Literally one like right around the corner, genuinely right around the corner. But as far as like old school back issues, no. They just have key issues up on the wall. But it's like 1, 2, 3 walls. And we're talking big effing walls, long walls. So 3 long walls, 4, 5. But the back ones are not as big. But anyway, yeah, there's a lot of space for that. So I will take like a half an hour every week that I go in just looking to see what's new. Just to see what's new. Like, they got a lot of stuff up there, so there's that. Hellboy is naturally funny. King J Dub, what's up? Good night, ladies and gentlemen. And everything in between. See you later. Good night, Paula. See you later. Anthony Verdugo. There was humor in Hellboy comics. Yeah, the comics were always funny. Mark, would you read a comic teaming up Detective Chimp and Congo Bill? I hate you so much, Mark. If it was written by James Tynion, yes, god damn it, I would. Oh, I hate you so much, though, right now. I'm in Kitchener, and we'll probably check it out. Oh, see, I'm not actually originally from here, but I do know Kitchener is close. Yeah, dude, if you're there, swing by. And what do you call it? If you're there on a Tuesday, Tuesdays around, I usually get there at around 2 to 4, somewhere around there. So if you're there, stop by and I'll throw you in the video too. In the meantime, I am officially at the bottom, so I am going to bounce. And we also lost like almost half our actually about half our viewers. So I'm going to bounce out of here now, guys. Seriously, really good seeing y'all, and I will talk to you later.
Yeah, Professor Bill, Comic Book University.